Hi. So I want to talk about a few changes that have happened over the last sort of week and a half-ish. And that is that I have shaved. That I have cut my hair. Which one? Oh yeah, also I'm in a new studio space, as you can probably see. So unfortunately, with me moving to a new space, that does mean that the Shrek couch is going to be thrown away. Now when I put this video up, and when you're seeing this, I probably haven't got rid of it yet. It's probably going to take me a bit to figure out even how to throw it out, because I feel like I could probably just put it out on the nature strip, but probably shouldn't, I guess. If you're wanting me to ship it, I can do so, but you're paying for it, because I have no idea how it's going to go. But if you can organize it, you can have it. It's my guarantee. Anyway, not talking about me moving, I'm talking about the Canon Epoca.
Cos'è questa cosa qua? Mi sembra una cosa veramente strana.
It's a hot new 35mm camera from Canon.
It's just a camera.
Sembra sospetto.
The Canon Fotura.
Camera.
With futuristic flash, automatic one-hand control, and long-range power zoom lens. Fotura.
You have to come with us.
It's just a camera.
Please.
The new Fotura from Canon. So advanced, it's simple.
So this is a camera of many names, which is the Canon Autoboy Jet, the Canon Epoca, which is the model that I have, and also the Canon Fotura. And I think they change the name depending on what region you're in. I guess it's kind of the same way that they have like the Rebel series in America, but here it's just like the 60D and the 50D and 550D and all of those ones. And one of the main things that you probably notice about the camera is that it does kind of look like a camcorder. I assure you, it is a point and shoot, and it is a stills camera. So to open it, you flick a little latch on the side, and then it'll open up the camera. You have your lens here and your flash. It's very noisy as it zooms, but that's fine. But one of the cool things about it is you'll notice that as you zoom, the flash diffusion window zooms with it. And so the great thing about having the flash move and zoom with your lens means that when you do pop the flash, like that, the flash will reach when you zoom out to 105mm and will stay the same brightness depending on where you stay zoomed. So honestly, I think it's a genius idea. So one of many great things about this camera. And I guess we'll go into the tech specs. So the first thing I want to address is the lens. In this beast of a bridge camera, you've got a 35 to 105, 2.8 to 6.6. So if you look at other bridge cameras, especially in the film world, this is probably one of the widest that you're going to get. Having 2.8 to 35mm, it's basically like having a Contax T3 inside your camera. And also 6.6 to 105 isn't too bad, because there's definitely some that go to like 7.1 or even 8 at 105, and definitely not ideal. You're pretty much going to need a flash every time that you shoot that long. Next, tech spec. So I'll just quickly address the flash again. It says on the door when you open it up, and of course, as I was saying, the magnifier will zoom when you zoom, but it also has a focus light. And so the same applies with the focus light of when you're zooming, of that it magnifies when you use it. So if you're zooming in at 105, it'll obviously magnify it, and you can see it's a lot stronger. So the next thing I love about this camera is that the ergonomics are phenomenal. If you think about any kind of camcorder, you'll know that it has a very classic feel, and that you can just hold it one-handed, nothing's front heavy, it's all balanced, and honestly it feels great. And this is no different, because you have a hand strap which stays on, jiggles a little bit if you jiggle, but why would you? It has a little thumb rest, and the zoom rocker is right where you'd want it to be on the top. So honestly, ergonomics, 10 out of 10. It also has a place for your fingers to rest, which is very nice. So good job, Canon. The next amazing feature that this camera has is that it has a super scope. So it's basically like having a Yashica T4 built in, as well as a Contax T3. The second last feature I want to talk about on this camera is how you load the film. So you load it in the bottom and you insert it just like an M3. Although this will automatically wind your film, so realistically it's also a poor man's Leica. And last, which is definitely the best part of this camera, and also why I decided to buy this camera, kind of. Not only does it print the date on your photos, like pretty much every point and shoot, but it has captions. So you can print little captions on the bottom right corner of each of your photos, and the captions that you can print are: I love you, thank you, happy birthday, congratulations, and happy new year. How could you not want this camera? Any occasion, you can bust this out, and you know the quality is going to be so much better than any other point and shoot. The printing quality at least, because you've got more options. Install the battery, it's actually right next to where you load the film. However, around the entrance of the battery hole is light sealed, so that you can take the battery in and out when you have film in, which is a nice little touch. So it also has a self timer, which is great, and it has a adjustable viewfinder, which is also nice. Most point and shoots have it, but some don't, so for people who like that option, it has it. So now let's go down to using this camera. So I've shot this camera a fair bit. I really like the images that I've gotten out of it. I've shot it on the street, I've shot it for memory photos, and I've just kind of tried to put it through its paces as much as I can during a pandemic. And I shot it with Kodak Pro Image 100, and I hadn't shot it before. I shot it in a few different point and shoots just to try and see what it's like, and honestly very happy about it. I might do a separate video talking about Pro Image because honestly I have a lot of thoughts about it and I do want to share them. This is definitely a camera that can handle having 100 ISO film in it due to its 2.8 35mm starting aperture lens thing. So now let's talk about who this camera is for. I think there's a few types of people that would benefit from having a camera like this. Dads on vacation, for when you're taking photos in the local park in your favorite trench coat, or even your creepy uncle. In all seriousness, this camera can definitely be for anyone. I do think for street photography it might be a bit awkward because I definitely got a few looks when I was walking around my neighborhood with this camera. It just kind of has that creepy look to it. So I'll just get into the one negative about this camera. And yes, there really is only one negative to this camera, and that is its size. It's big, it's bulky, and I'm sorry, it's kind of ugly. There's no sugarcoating it. It's a weird camera. The reason why I was drawn to it was because it's a weird camera, and I just like shooting with weird cameras. But the fact is that it is an odd piece of machinery. So in conclusion, this camera is all of your favorite cameras in one camera. It's a Contax T3 mixed with a Yashica T4 and a Leica M6, all in one camera. No wonder it's so big. No, but seriously, I would definitely recommend this camera to someone who's wanting a camera that can do it all in a point and shoot. I know that definitely... There's a pigeon that just completely distracted me. So I definitely recommend this camera. I've had a lot of fun shooting with it, and more than that, the photos that I've gotten out of it have been amazing, because honestly, I got probably one of my favorite photos I've taken in the last couple months out of this camera. So thank you for watching, I really appreciate it, and if you want to see more of my work, you can go follow me on Instagram at MigMedia. I've been posting pretty much every day, and if you want to see my Twitter, it's at MigMedia as well. I've been posting less, but I'm still just as active, so my DMs are open, and I hope to see you again soon.